And just like that, we live. Hey, everybody. Happy holiday. Merry Christmas. How y'all doing? Welcome to my channel, Watch Your Mouth Reviews. This is your boy, James, where I am here to give my honest review while trying to watch my mouth. It's not going to happen in this video, but that's okay. We'll live to fight another day on this joyous holiday. Joining me, as always, is my co-host, Mrs. Bash. Y'all say what's up to her.
Hello, I'm cracking up. My husband loves James's welcome slogan. He's in the background saying it with you, trying to watch. I'm like, oh Lord. Like the video, share it, subscribe as a Christmas present for James.
Oh my goodness. Yes, thank you so much for doing that, Mr. Best. We appreciate you, sir. But overall, make sure you subscribe to my girl's channel, Mrs. Best. She giving it on your YouTube streams. We don't know if we're gonna be here this week. It's Christmas, y'all. We don't know if we're gonna be here this week. And our schedules is gonna be messed up a little bit, but that's all right. We'll be back for you in a couple of weeks though, because New Year's is coming up too, and I know I'm gonna be busy. So we'll see what happens. But subscribe to her channel nonetheless, because on her channel, we cover Love and Hip Hop Miami, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills that are currently on right now. Y'all don't want to miss those recaps when we give them because they are live and we go in when it needs to go in. So make sure you subscribe to her channel. Make sure you get that subscribe count up for her and do the same for me while you at it. Subscribe to my channel. A lot of y'all watch me. Y'all are not subscribed to me. Subscribe to the channel, please. It is free $99. I'm trying to build this subscriber count up. It is tough out here. I thought it would have been easier because it's entertaining, right? Right. So
he said it's $3.99. Amen to that.
It is free 99. You don't even need no coupon. You can just go ahead and hit that subscribe button and just come on with it. But you know, hey, I get it. Watching you, some people don't know about me just yet. I've been going through that my whole life, so I get it. But you know, it is what it is. We'll keep going. But I hope you enjoy the show nonetheless. So let's go ahead and get it, because this is Married to Medicine. I know y'all are saying, James, what happened to Real Housewives of Potomac? I'm going to do that live tomorrow because that episode was really boring. And I will be doing it solo because Mrs. Best got to work. I'm on vacation, so I'm just going to do it solo. Mrs. Best ain't missing nothing, y'all. I promise you she not, but she is probably going to be there in the comments cheering me up every chance she get. Hey, DM Rocks, thank you for joining us this evening. Merry Christmas to you as well. We appreciate you being here. So, the episode opens up with the ladies doing a photo shoot. Toya is taking on her role as creative director very serious. She is giving everybody heavy instructions. Don't pose this way, don't pose that way, and just driving everybody absolutely crazy. Especially Dr. Jackie. Dr. Jackie said, y'all ever had an anal itch that you just can't get to? That's Toya right now. That's Toya. And I said, yeah, because she was doing the absolute most. So in the midst of doing the photo shoots, all that she could control, she had Miss Chalet, a famous Beyonce impersonator. I've never heard of Miss Chalet, but I must admit, that did look like Beyonce, though. That wasn't too far off. Hey, chat, how y'all doing? Happy almost Christmas. Merry Christmas, Shannon. Thank you for joining us, love. We appreciate you, too. Mrs. Spence, how do you feel about the Beyonce impersonator?
The girl didn't look like Beyonce, other than the fact that she was light-skinned and they may have had similar wigs. Other than that, me personally, I didn't see it. She was talented. I respect her for loving Beyonce, but I didn't get why. See, this is why the thought that Toya puts into activities and entertainment on trips could be the same effort that she needs to be putting into finding a job. Because why? Why, Toya? Why Beyonce? I don't get it.
Yeah. DM Rocks, we're going to get there in a minute because I did agree with Toya as well. But, yeah, so she's helping with the photo shoots, giving everybody direction. We spend a lot of time focusing on Contessa's photo shoot for whatever reason, because everybody said that bikini or whatever it is, or that one suit that she had on, you saw all of her goodies and stuff. Phaedra said, they was talking to me, they were saying, hello. I was laughing when Phaedra did that. I said, not they were saying hello. And I was laughing at heavily putting out Contessa's shoe size. I didn't know Contessa wore a size 11 shoe. That's some big ass feet, Contessa. Damn.
You can't tell by looking at her. She's tall.
No.
The taller the woman, the bigger the feet.
No, I know she's tall, but I didn't think, like, I would have thought maybe a size 9 or maybe a size, the most close of it is size 11. Damn, it was
I'm
big
5'5", and I'm a size, well, I'm supposed to be 8.5, but I can never find it, so I wear 9. But I don't know. I'm not surprised by her.
I know a girl I know a short girl. I used to work with her at Starbucks. She wore a size 10 and she's only 5'4". She on big ass boats. Like I'm telling you, just big old feet.
That's a lot to deal
That
with.
is, I know. That's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, usually the height. I don't usually see in that matter a lot because that was the first person I know that had that kind of size. Y'all didn't think she looked like Beyonce? I saw some similarities. I did. I saw some similarities. Like, I'm not saying the Beyonce today, maybe Beyonce 20 years ago. I'm gonna say
Not that either. They don't look alike. The girl is a beautiful girl. She light skinned like Beyonce. I feel like they got the exact same skin complexion and tone. And
not today.
they wigs was similar, but I didn't see it. But she loves Beyonce, so hey, let her do her. And she's clearly successful enough to be found by Toya.
Okay, well maybe well y'all the jury has spoken. Shady said nope as well. So okay, the jury's spoken on that one. So it's Toya's turn for her photo shoot, and she don't know her left from her right. She don't know how to swing her hip or anything. But I said, but Toya, you giving everybody else hell, but you couldn't do the photo shoot your damn self. So I was like, oh yeah, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Ain't that right, Toya? So they're starting to do partners up. So they started to partner people up, and I'm only gonna focus on one partnership, which I thought was funny, was Heavenly and Sweet Tea. And they actually looked nice. The photo they took where they were back to back, that actually was kind of cute. I was like, okay, Heavenly and Sweet Tea, y'all better get it going. But Heavenly wasn't trying to do it, and you could tell Sweet Tea wasn't trying to do it either. But it was funny. Michelle talks to Simone and asking, is everybody getting along? Are you guys having a great time and everything? And Simone was like, we have some hiccups, but we need to get it together. We're just riding it along. And I said, yeah, she's right. Because she started mentioning how Sweetie and Heavenly are not getting along. Contessa and Heavenly are not getting along. Her and Quad aren't really speaking much. Everyone's just kind of being surface with each other, which, I mean, y'all are professionals. So, yeah, that does happen. But, that was a cute little scene. Is there anything else you want to mention before I move on?
No, nah, not at all.
Mm-hmm. They didn't bring us back to the family, so we had a scene with Cecil and his sons. They was making jambalaya and stuff like that. The only reason why I know is because I saw the sausage cut up, I saw the shrimp, I saw the chicken, I saw the minced vegetables. So it's like, one thing you could be making with that is jambalaya. So they started talking about cooking. He started telling them, how Simone can't cook in so many words. And I thought that was hilarious because we saw that in season 6 when her, Heavenly, and Jackie was in Jackie's kitchen cooking for Curtis, and they didn't even know how to turn the oven on. That shit was funny. That shit lives rent free in my head to this day. We had a scene with Eugene taking his boys to make their own cologne of fragrances. I actually want to do this. So they reminded me of an idea I actually want to do. So thank you for that, Dr. Eugene. I appreciate you. But, he said both of them say that their sons are very much so into cologne. The oldest one is very into girls, and he loves, bringing girls home and everything. We learned that Toya lost her virginity her freshman year of high school. I was not surprised about that at all. But she wants her sons to be able to come to her about sex questions and things like that. And I don't know. I just felt it was weird because I didn't go to my mom for that. So as a boy, as a boy child, I never went to my mom with them. I had some girlfriends. And the thing about it, even to this day, I'm scared to introduce somebody to my mom because my mom is a lot. But I love her to death. She a lot, though. I tell her she a lot. But yeah, I don't know. Mrs. Best, would you, if you had sons, would you want them to come to you about sex?
That's what they got a daddy for. If I had sons and they came to me about sex, I would try to be understanding. I am a mental health and all of those things. So I am like super like, let's talk about feelings and apologize, like little things. But I don't know. I feel like you can only go so far when you're the mom with boys when it comes to discussing sex. But I do think the way that Toya be talking about them boys and what they got going on. Yeah. If you're a single mom, they should absolutely be able to come to you. I totally agree with that because you do a good job too. You do a good job too. But I think most boys don't. Like I was watching this with my husband, and he was like, I would never want to go to my mama about that. No. And they're pretty close, and his mom's super like open and down to earth. So I think regardless of what the parents want, it depends on how comfortable the kid is.
My mom knew when I was having sex in high school. My mom knew about it. Like she could tell because there was a difference in me. Like she said, "Oh, James, you just had sex. What happened?" Like that's what my mom. Like my mom knew, but I would never go to her. Like if I had questions, and like in hindsight, I probably would have asked more questions because, like, I knew to put a condom on. Like I knew all of the risk and everything like that. But it was one of the situations where I was kind of like, I was doing it because the first time happened, I was like, wait, I'm gonna continue to do this because this is fun. But then after a while, like some of them girls, because I was at Logan at the time, I wasn't at Mount Eden yet. So, and you weren't there either because you were still in middle school. But literally at Logan, like there was like 3 or 4 girls who got really attached, and I was like, oh shit, like okay, we got to stop this now. So, because I had a girlfriend at the time, so I wasn't really, I was cheating. That's the only time I could say I was cheating was around that time. So yeah, but other than that, I had to bring the money. Yeah, my mom, yeah, because my mom called me. I was like, Mom, really? My mom called me. She said I literally walked into the house differently. I was like, what does that mean?
That's
Like,
what my grandma said. She told me, I feel like you having sex because you coming up in here real relaxed, and I know you don't mess with them drugs. That's exactly what she told me. I said, because I'm relaxed. But then my mom, when she found out, she was like, do you want to get into the gates of heaven? Took me to church. Do not laugh, husband, in the background. She took me to church. Mind you, the person I did it with was my husband today. Took me to church. Then she took me out of school on a random Tuesday to the doctor, forced me to get the Depo-Provera birth control shot. And then she tried to have me baptized. And I was like, oh, you are doing too much, Miss Ma'am. She did way too much. And I just never talked to her about sex again. And she knows it too. She's like, I got scared. But no. But I feel like it's with boys, I feel like with girls, people usually freak out. But then with boys, parents don't say enough. So to Shani, I respect you for going and bringing that up to
yes.
the child
Hmm.
because so many parents don't do that.
Well, see, I knew to buy condoms. I already knew to do all of that because, like, we had great, sex ed classes in high school. California does a really good job of making sure that those conversations do happen. You know, the risk of STDs, the risk of, pregnancy. Because, we went to school with a girl. I don't want to put her business out there because I don't know if she watched it or not, but she had a lot of abortions. And it's so sad. So sad. Like I remember they used to tease her about it. I used to feel so bad because she was a sweet girl. She really was. But I remember like those conversations would come up. And at that time, I had a grown ass girlfriend at the time. So I really wasn't trying to tell my mom and dad. Like my girlfriend at the time that I had when I was in high school, she was 19. So and in college, I didn't mess with girls my age. I just didn't because I felt like there was probably two that I did. One that the girl everybody knew me and her was messing around, but I denied it. I denied it because I was embarrassed because I had a girlfriend. But yeah, there was yeah. So I don't feel like those boys will go to toy. I just really don't. I feel like she makes it awkward, and the fact that you're on TV talking about it, them boys ain't gonna come to you. They'll probably go to Eugene. I could see that because he's more mild mannered and wants to keep this private. But Toya, like, tell our business. I guarantee you, the moment it happens, she gonna tell us on TV. But we gonna move
But she
on.
don't want to talk about her own stuff. They should have gave that to us in our high school, in our school district, because bitches was pregnant from school to school.
I'm trying to tell you, they did not. No, our parents had to buy ours. Like we did not. They did not give them out for free. There was a school actually that had a vending machine full of them, and I was like, well, where the hell was that with our school? Like, it's crazy. So we then have another scene with Damon. He has Zachary and Alora, Heavenly's children. They're going furniture shopping because apparently Alora is not returning to the dorm. She's actually going to have her own apartment at FAMU. And also, Zachary's going to Tennessee, I believe, for dental school. When I tell y'all, Zachary has Heavenly's entire face. I was looking like, how I make a note
just like her.
I was like, damn.
Just
He
like
looks
her.
exactly like Heavenly, like to the T. The eyes, the cheekbones, I was like, damn, he a handsome boy. He really is. But he looks exactly like Heavenly. I said, shit. I said, girl, you could deny that boy if you wanted to, because that is your twin. Shit. But he says that he's excited to go to dental school and he really admires Damon and his quality of care for his patients and he wants to be just like Damon. And Damon just broke down and cried because that is the highest honor for your children to say they want to be just like you. That is the
People
high
can
honor.
say what they want to say about Heavenly. They could talk about her marriage, how she does low blows. Maybe she don't give a damn and come across as evil with the rest of the world because she gave all the love that she got to her kids. Because
Yep.
you could tell that all of her children seem to just genuinely care about her. She supports and then she got an older son in real estate. She supports
Hmm.
the older what she supports all of her kids appropriately. Like, regardless on what people try to say, they seem to really come together for their kids. And I love that.
I do too. And I love that he's also a hands on father as well, because a lot of people speculate that he probably wasn't as hands on as Heavenly was. I remember there's a couple of bloggers here on YouTube that said that, and I didn't get that vibe from him. I got that he was just as hands on as Heavenly was. I feel like for me, you can tell the relationship he has with each one of those kids is individualized and it's so different because the way Zachary speaks is way different than Alora. And the way Alora speaks is like you can tell she's a daddy's girl, but you can tell they definitely love Heather. But Heather cracked me up. She said they didn't say they want to be like me. Maybe I should start crying. I could tell Heavenly was the disciplinarian in the house. I could tell she was the one. I don't think Damon was. I think Damon just kind of let them be free. I do.
Damon was just happy to have his little family and be making some good money. You could tell that Heavenly was, I'm going to whoop your ass if you don't.
Yeah.
Clearly balanced it out with love. So
Yeah,
I love
Heavenly had one of them purses that the straps came out to make a belt and whooped your ass with. That's what I'm telling you. That y'all know y'all parents had them purses back in the day where the straps came off and then you could turn it into a belt and start whooping your kids. My mom had one of them purses. So yeah, so I know that's what Heavenly had as well. But moving on from there, that was cute though. All the little scenes, Cecil with the boys, Eugene with his boys, and then Damon with Alora and Zachary. That was also nice as well.
I want Simone and Cecil though. We see their boys quite a bit. It seems to be the only time they doing something together. Simone and Cecil, let them live their life. They are grown. I don't.
I just feel like there's an amount of like enabling them and also, just amount of babysitting they do for those boys. I feel like they want them to be always around so they can always, be a unit. I think
They'll
there's
be around though. That's what they need to see. But I love the closeness that they have with their sons, and they came out great. They seem like good boys, but hell, they're young. If they want to be messy in the apartment, let them learn that if you get messy, you're gonna start to see little critters and have visitors in your house.
Well,
Let them
see, here's
learn
the
the
thing.
hard way.
Girls these days don't care about that shit. Now, I'm learning as time goes on, girls don't really care about that shit like they would back in like, the mid 2000s when you would be ashamed to even see a fly in your house, let alone some roaches. So,
The bar is low.
yeah, the bar is very, very low. I don't know what y'all women are doing these days, but when I tell you, as somebody who dates men, I don't want to see no sloppy ass house.
They
I
are
just
holding their
don't.
kids back. I agree with Shani's comment because while if I had it, I don't see nothing wrong with taking care of your loved ones and your family. But at the same time, they call this an investment property every time they show them there. How is it an investment property if you're not making any money on your investment because your kids are living there? Just say you got your kids a condo so that they could be okay.
Aren't they
But
supposed to be paying
how
rent at one point?
I
What's
don't
the
think that they
agreement?
are. How are you learning anything? How are you learning anything? What happens when Simone and Cecil get too old to take care of them? Then what? So it's like they still need to learn how to be self-sufficient. And I don't like how she liked to complain about her kids on camera because she don't really want to talk about her marriage in full no more after it almost broke. And she does all these extra things, but they're not like really like holding them accountable or letting them learn. Like, how are they going to attract wives? Cecil sitting up there teaching them to cook. Talk about the women don't cook often. Well, what woman gonna want a boy that's being taken care
Yeah,
of by mommy and daddy?
yeah, and then what woman is gonna walk in that house and not walk right the fuck out? Because I would. I couldn't date neither one of them. Because I've been, the moment I walked in, I'd be like, "Oh, y'all live foul. Goodbye."
Right.
Yeah, I
Like
can't.
it's a balance and they need to be teaching them that. I feel like Cecil tries, but I feel like Simone may like be too busy and just be the queen of the
I
house
do
or
feel
something.
like it's Simone. I do. I feel like it's Simone that realistically is the root of the cause, and I feel like Cecil. Then no, then again, no. I think it's both of them actually equally. Now that I'm saying it out loud, it don't sound right. I think it's both of them equally. But there's just no way I could. That's just too much nasty. None of them can cook, and then they was in a hurry to get the food. It's like, oh, y'all did not raise them kids to have any self sufficiency at all. Hi, Jim Bunny. Thank you for being here, love. We appreciate you. Merry Christmas. Um,
Stop saying it like that. I'm sorry. Oh Jesus.
so yeah, so the ladies get ready for dinner, and Miss Chalet is out there strutting. She gives them a little performance, and thanks them for their time, and she hopes that they love on each other, and then she goes away. Um, Toya points out that T and Heavenly are dressed alike, and she makes a reference that they may actually also be alike as well. And Heavenly on her YouTube channel says she does see similarities because she fights for a man the same way Sweet Tea fights for Dr. Greg. So yes, she definitely can see similarities too. So Heavenly said that on her own mouth.
Sweet Tea
Um,
fight for herself. Ain't nobody really said too much about Dr. Greg. Sweet Tea fighting for herself. Hi,
oh,
Jim
I saw
Bunny.
that live. I know. I'll talk about it. I'll probably do
I'm
an update.
ready to talk about that because I did not know. I did not know that at all. And
Yeah,
you know what's
yeah.
interesting, James? I'm so
Mhm.
sorry to get off topic on your live. I really do sincerely apologize.
That's okay.
Why is it that with the shows on OWN, all the interesting stuff happens off camera when they done filming?
I don't have an
It's
answer for
it's
that.
it's it's, it's like being edged or something. Like I don't understand why all the tea and the juicy stuff happens off camera. I also like to say, Jim Buddy, that if Akeisha and Willie do leave the show, I don't think that anybody could give a flying you know what.
Well,
I'm sorry.
um, first off, let's just put it out there. They are better than half the cast. I'm sorry. I have to put that out there. I've looked at their real estate portfolios. I've looked at what they have. None of the other cast can match it with the exception of maybe Cliff and Latrice. I'm just gonna
That
put that
is
in
true.
there.
That is true. That
So
is
I'm gonna still watch it. I'm gonna still watch it. I am, but I'm not sad to see them leave because first off, as I said, they were too good for the show anyway. Like I really felt like the part of the reason why I didn't like Akeisha is because of how she came off. But I had to realize also having a conversation with one of my other friends down in Tampa, shout out to Cam, like sometimes when you're elevated in a way that your surroundings are not, it tends to make you be elitist. And when you're elitist, it does come off wrong. But at the same time, if you were in circumstances where you do fit, it would look just normal.
That's the best
So,
way that you could have explained that. Because they definitely, you can tell that they definitely are in a space that other cast members on the show are not, but are
mhm,
working to get to.
yes.
But just off the fact that that girl is educated, she comes from something, got educated people in her family, and then Willie got the
Mhm,
NFL money that stretched long and they've invested well. Mm.
yes. Yeah. So I'm actually happy that they're not on the show anymore. I'm very happy that they're not on the show anymore. I want him to recast everybody. I really do because I feel like I'm tired of seeing Letitia and Glenn perpetrating like Sheree does on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm tired of seeing Cliff and Latrice playing our faces with this bullshit of a relationship, and I'm tired of Marie not giving solidarity to what the situations are going on in her personal life, where we see on the show bullet holes flying through her living room. Like I just cannot deal with that too much longer. But we're on the wrong show. But that was my thank you for bringing that up, Jim Bunny. I appreciate you. I'll talk about it in another live. I really will. Um, so Toya points out also that in the group, they don't really apologies never really stick with the group and the relationships and everything of everyone else. It's not landing in the correct way that it should. And somehow or another, she calls out Dr. Jackie for the apology for Quad because what we realized in the scene that they cut that Toya was actually there when Jackie told Quad, look, I understand what we were going through, but here's a blank check. I want you to write out what I did and I'll apologize for it all. And I said, Jackie, that is the shadiest shit I have ever heard. And that shit went way over Quad's head if she didn't catch the shade in that in the beginning. So let me explain why that is shady. When you apologize to somebody, it's because you did something very specific to either hurt their feelings, their integrity or some raw emotion in a deeper place. So when you come up to someone and say, hey, I don't know exactly why I'm apologizing to you, but here is a free pass from you to make a list of whatever it is that I need to apologize for, and here's your apology. What part of that is sincere? Mrs. Best, what part is that what part is that sincere? I feel like
First
that
of
was
all,
brilliant on Jackie's side.
condescending while
Hmm.
also demonstrating a skill of being passive aggressive.
Yes.
Let me remind everybody, this is coming from the same Black doctor from the deep Bible Belt Black South, Miss Jackie. You are the one who literally said, and Heavenly even tried to help you, that Black women exaggerate their symptoms. And you still practicing medicine, and it has to be because you're good at what you do, because I wouldn't choose you as my doctor unless I needed somebody who, like, exactly, Jim Bunny, she should be ashamed of that. So nothing surprises me with Jackie anymore. Even how she turned on Buffy seasons ago, the way she got at her, she went from empathetic to just, I will slice you at the throat if I need to type energy. Like, Jackie, nothing that she does surprises me, but the concern is that the other ladies like act like they sleep is surprised. I don't know why it took Quad so long to catch that, but I think that Toya has a point. I actually enjoyed and loved Toya this whole
Me too,
episode.
because she was the only person
None
that
of
was making
these
sense.
ladies want to come at Jackie and check her and hold her accountable.
Well, no,
Quad.
because that show kill off the show. Mariah did it. Where is she? Buffy did it. Where is she? There's a reason why, like, Jackie is the pillar of what white people like when you go against your own people. White people love that because it shows us that black people aren't in all solidarity like they're supposed to be as a people. Just as a general understanding, a lot of us go through the same things in life. We have the same dynamics almost, not all the time, but most of the time we do. So for me, looking at Jackie, who told Quad that, it is what it is. I understand you hurt. I'm gonna give you a blank check, and you just write down what it is, and then here's my I'm sorry.
It's like, who the hell are you to not put thought into it? I got to participate in my apology? No, ma'am.
Right.
Where's your husband? What is he doing?
That was my point. What DM Rock just said. That was my point. Andy
Disgusting.
represents the white men that know deep down black people aren't all in solidarity like they're supposed to be. So when you go at black people or when you demean black people, that just tickles their fancy. Like they just love it because they know deep down when push comes to shove, we're not all going to unite as a people to go against them. That's what this is. And Jackie is showing that old school mentality of, the house Nigger. That's all she's doing. I'm gonna hold you close to me. I'm gonna make you feel you important. I'm gonna make you feel like you're doing something when really you're not doing anything. But making the others look like, you know what? Yes, she made it in the house. Your people gonna be mad at you, and then when time is convenient, I'm just gonna let you go because I'm gonna bring somebody else up in here that can fill your seat just as easy as I did you. That's all that is. And I wish Jackie would elevate her mindset to know that that's what that is. Because for her to do that to Quad, even though I felt Quad was very dramatic, there's still like there's like the sentiment that she holds where she thinks she's better and that it was beneath her to apologize to her.
I think with Jackie too, we have to unfortunately remember when you think of the original cast of this show, she was the only one that was truly known in Atlanta. People knew of Dr. Jackie, and she was kind of affiliated with the city of Atlanta for years and years and years prior to this show. Publicly, she's been a celebrity doctor for a very long time. So when you think of the other doctors there, like Dr. Simone, in my opinion, is the better doctor. I don't like her, but in my opinion, Dr. Simone's a better doctor. And I mean, she's not as known as Jackie was. It's just, no, Dr. G was known, but not for good things. allegedly, so I don't get you in trouble. But like Jackie is the main person on the cast who people know and recognize outside of Bravo, and I feel like that's the only reason they keep her on the show. She
I
does
remember her.
nothing.
I somewhat remember this, but I don't put that past her. She told Quad she'd rather lose a friend than apologize. I do remember somewhat of that sentiment being said. I do. And yeah, that's what y'all dealing with. But that was with Toya pointing that out and say that nobody holds Jackie accountable. I love this moment because I do think Jackie gets away with a lot. I do. I do think she says and does things that are problematic and passive aggressive that people aren't going to call out because they hold her to this epitome of, being a black hope or whatever you want to call Jackie. But to me, I just feel like Jackie is a puppet that the network is controlling and is the face pillar. Because at the end of the day, the thing she said about the whole YouTube rant with Heavenly, I really feel like that's how she feels. I do, and nothing's going to change that. So she can get with Madam Vice President and speak about Black women and health all she wants to, but at the end of the day, she still said it. And I don't know why we were so mad at Quad.
You have to also remember that Madam Vice President, especially for us California residents, is responsible for the number of Black men that are sitting in prison and Black women in California.
That is a whole nother topic for a whole nother day.
I'm just saying, birds of a feather flock together. So Kamala had her way of doing certain things and Jackie had her way. But regardless, I think that when people get to the top of any race, that they feel a certain pressure to kind of like go against their morals or their people, whatever is most important to them. Some people fall into it, some people don't. But all I know is Jackie's boring. Like if I'm just like being entirely like petty and just like uneducated solely for entertainment, the bitch is boring. She's boring as hell. She's boring and she needs a cheeseburger. That's how I feel personally. But
I'm gonna keep saying this until I'm blue in the face. Jackie was the face for a reason, y'all. I'm telling you, this stuff goes. And I know a lot of people are like, why do you bring your race into it? Because that's what plays a part into this. Because it does not make sense how Jackie has not had a storyline since Curtis cheated, but is still promoting her practices. We only see Jackie in the best light possible on this show. We don't never see nothing negative about Jackie the way we do the other women. Like, so, and then also Jackie gets all of the endorsements. That was out of Heavenly's mouth. That Jackie gets all the endorsements. All the endorsement deals go to Jackie first. So that's what I'm saying. It's a hell of a position to be in. I'm telling you, as a someone who understands business and networking, it is a hell of a place to be in. But at the same time, at the expense of your own people and some people you call your friends, that is fucked up. And what she did to Qua was fucked up. And I can't believe Qua let that slip, because I would have instantly caught that as soon as she said it. Because that's how dare you demean my feelings. That's messed up. And they're about to sit down, but Quad gives this very dramatic, very Academy Award winning, you guys, what you guys did to me. You drained me for everything and you left me there with nothing left. And I had to sit there and let you guys attack me and attack me and attack me, and I just couldn't take it no more. And I was Toya laughing. I said, Quad, what the fuck are you talking about right now? That ain't got shit to do with that. And so once they sit down, they told her, we didn't tell you to leave the trip, which I think they all were full of shit. Y'all did tell her to leave that trip. We all were there. We all saw it. So Toya was full of shit for saying that. But the problem is that their problem was with Quad is that she doesn't stick up for any of them in the same way they would stick up for her. And this is where
she used to in earlier seasons.
Quad sure
used to be thick as thieves. Quad stuck up for her in every way possible.
Absolutely. So, that's why I'm like, and this is where Contessa, because Quad said, the last person I stuck up for was Heavenly, and Contessa said, yeah, you were at my house and you stuck up for her. This is where Contessa's gonna piss me off. Contessa is doing a good job this season with pissing me off. Contessa said that, yeah, you defended heavily against me. And she said, well, the intervention was not successful. Like, it didn't do what you were supposed to do. So let me get Contessa asked real quick. Contessa, we're not going to act like you doing that intervention for Heavenly was to make a come to Jesus moment that she was hurting you. You were doing that to get all the other women on your side, to get Heavenly back for going on her YouTube and outing the very thing that you were showing us on TV about your husband being mentally and emotionally abusive. We're not going to act like we didn't see that. I don't know what the hell is wrong with Contessa, y'all. I am trying because she was my favorite. Like, she was one of my favorites. But I can't with her in this bullshit, y'all. I can't with her this bullshit. So that conversation then turned into, you know, I guess Heavenly told Contessa that Quad said that you had a fake relationship with Sweet Tea. And the more I think about it and the more that I actually replay it in my mind, I absolutely think it's fake. And let me tell you why I think it's fake. I remember Sweet Tea going on Mariah's podcast a while ago. I don't remember if Buffy was on it or not. I do not remember. I can't find it to save my life. I gotta go back to on Mariah's page to see if I can find it. But I believe Buffy was on there, and if she wasn't, my bad, Buffy. I'm gonna say allegedly right now. But I believe Buffy was on there allegedly. Now keep in mind, at the time, Buffy and Contessa were at it on social media about something Buffy said on Oliver Twix's podcast about her saying that, you know, whatever she said about the baby situation. And Contessa had that huge ass rant. I covered it on my channel. And Contessa had that huge ass rant. Now, if we're talking to the context that all of a sudden we're supposed to be friends, but you were just sitting on the lady that I was just trying to sue, that's fake to me. So I can understand if there was a context to what was said about that being a fake relationship. That's what I could relate to because that's what was happening at the time of this filming. Like that probably happened maybe 4 months before this filming started. So for me, when they brought it up like that, that's where my mind went. And I could be wrong. Buffy may not have been there; it just could have been Sweet Tea and Mariah. But I felt like Buffy was there. But if we're talking about that and the timing of this, I understand why that was said. For more reasons than one, it could be a different reason. But for that reason, that's in my mind how I would have aligned it with being fake. So Contessa's pissed off because Quad didn't completely validate Heavenly in that moment. So Contessa, with her fingers, was like, one of y'all was lying. So it's either Quad that's lying or it's you that's lying. And she pointed her finger right in Heavenly's face. So Heavenly got up and was like, oh, no. You get your hand out of my face and stuff. And Heavenly said, you mad. You just mad at your husband and you trying to take it out on me and stuff. Why she say that? Why did she say that?
Because she gonna say whatever she think gonna piss her off. That's what Heavenly always does.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
We can't act surprised no more. People act like, oh my God, Heavenly's done this, Heavenly's done that. Y'all so freaking dramatic. Heavenly does the same thing season after season, episode after episode. You got to expect her ass to go straight to hell. You just have to expect her to do it. That's how I feel. But hey, I don't blame her because Contessa, the way that she did Heavenly, me personally, if somebody talk about their own relationship on camera, they come on my show and confirm that they feel their spouse is verbally and mentally abusive, crying in confessionals, wishing that you was with Michelle Obama and that damn football player she used to, Odo Beckham, whatever the hell. Like, you did all of that on camera. You downed your own husband. Now you want to present this man who's a doctor as a rapper and just expect everybody to forget about it. And so if I was Heavenly and somebody just turned on me like that, I'd leave her ass alone permanently. But I don't know. Contessa, I feel like she wants a moment on this show, James. I just feel that way.
I couldn't agree with you more. I do feel like she wants, you know, to be on the show. I feel like this is for TV. I feel like she really was not mad at what Heavenly was saying. I really don't. And I just feel like, why is this? Why are you dragging this? Why are you? Oh God, so they get into it, and Contessa approaches her. Says, so you think my husband is abusive? Heaven said, yes. I said verbally. I'm not going back on that, and I don't blame Heaven because I wouldn't either. We saw it. So what are you mad at? And so Contessa is just going off. Heavenly is, screaming, F you, F fuck you, all this kind of stuff, and then Heavenly titties pop out. And Heavenly's still trying to go out, but they're trying to cover Phaedra, especially Phaedra's like, girl, you got to cover your titties up. So Jackie gives her jacket and tries to cover up the titties. So Phaedra ties it over her titty and ties a knot on the back of it. And her and Contessa's still going. So Heavenly sits down finally, and Contessa's just going off about, telling Heavenly stupid and everything. And Heavenly's saying, your mama's stupid. And Contessa's like, my mama who died in 2010 is stupid.
No. You are missing key parts of that. Because before any of that happened, Contessa did not just call Heavenly stupid. She was hollering at her, your kids hate you.
I wrote it out of order. That was next on my list. Whoops.
She was saying stuff to Heavenly that would make somebody snap and be like, your mama.
My bad, y'all. I wrote that out of order.
Also, hanging out with the woman that's tweeted about Heavenly's past Obama negatively. So Contessa has a right to be mad, but so does Heavenly, in my opinion, from it, because you don't talk about nobody's kids and you don't talk about nobody's mama and you don't talk about the dead. And all of these things are happening. And then you got Sweet Tea who's hanging out with Contessa, and it does seem like a fake ass friendship. Like they are the true definition of the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
I'm trying not to talk about that because
she talked about Black woman. We could talk about her falling to the ground.
I was going to talk. I literally was going to skip over that. But yeah, Contessa did talk about how Heavenly Damon had illegitimate children that were mixed. She was talking about how her kids don't love her. She talked about how the beauty supply business failed, and she was just going in and in and in and in and in.
Contessa took it lower than Heavenly. Rich is
right. I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
And then she tried to cry wolf when her mama was brought up. But you hanging out with somebody who talked about your once close friends, dead mama. And what do you expect for somebody to say or do after all she said was your husband's verbally and mentally abusive, which Contessa said first, if we go back. Right? Mm-hmm. So you cannot then speak about somebody's children, their husband, putting all types of allegations out there into the world. Heavenly ain't putting no allegations out there about Contessa. She literally spoke on what was shown on the show and nothing more. So all this extra energy is crazy. And I want to know, Heavenly, as big as you talk, why are you hoping for security to show up?
She Heavenly can't fight. That's what she said. Heavenly can't fight. So she used that mouth because she said she good with her words. I mean, I get it. Like, they're doctors. You don't think a doctor is going to fight you. Like, you really didn't think. Like, no one really thinks that. But yeah, this is the part where Heavenly called her, said her mama was stupid. Contessa, what Heavenly said on her YouTube channel is that Contessa grabbed a plate and she was going to throw it at Heavenly, but someone interjected. It may have been Sweet Tea because she was standing right there. And she like kind of lunged away from Jackie, which caused Jackie to fall. And I said, Jackie, were you mad at Contessa when she did that? Like, did you go and cuss Contessa out off camera? I hope so. I hope you did. I mean, just saying, because that was messed up.
I'm still mad that Contessa came back after years of being gone, still trying to bring up and back to life something that was already settled. And then when you really look at the problem in the mess, because you see Sweet Tea's dumbass getting up, trying to get in Heavenly's face. And I'm like, Sweet Tea, you barely have anything to do with this. Why are you getting involved? And you know who the problem, in my opinion, is Sweet Tea. She's the root of all of this. I don't.
And I don't know if she's the root of all of this, but I know she doesn't help the situation.
She's not helping the situation, and these women are defending her. And Sweet Tea been talking crap about all of them, even with helping Jackie up. I gotta help the elderly.
The elderly, that shit pissed me off. I said, okay, so when they call your ass out for being young and shit, don't get mad because you do the shit too.
Or when next season, nobody has
Jackie just fail. Contessa lunged off of Jackie and it caused her to lose her balance. So let's not act like this is why now I don't like Sweet Tea at all. Because to me, I kind of felt like that wasn't funny. And
I've been told you about this girl. But she said she is buff as straw.
She's not so buff anymore. I was looking at her. She was giving a tour of her house. Her house is so beautiful. I want that house. But she is skinny, skinny. Like Contessa's scary skinny. It's almost scaring me. I feel like something more is wrong with Contessa. I really do.
Heavenly, I don't feel like the thing of it is what Heavenly is saying about her marriage is true. And that is oftentimes the worst type of abuse and the one that take the hardest to recognize and to really do something about it. I don't wish Contessa any harm, but she's clearly going through something. She's clearly not the happiest in her marriage because she's coming back as a friend of and not on the show. Because if you're on the show, then she's gonna have to talk about her marriage.
Well, also, I want to come out, because that's why Heavenly says she's not a full-time housewife, is because, or full-time cast member, is because she won't talk about her marriage, and that's what they want, because she left the show on this cliffhanger of wherever her marriage was at that time, and then she's not talking about how they were able to come back from it and be as strong as they are appearing to be today.
But you want to yell at this girl and bring up stuff that was said about your marriage seasons ago and remind us about something that you're not willing to talk about.
Right.
That's why I don't feel sorry for her. But at the same time, this cast has got to stop with He talked about Heavenly's dead mom, and now Heavenly talked about, just stop talking about, like, what I like with the housewives for the most part, they be like, kids, your parents off limits. They at least try to do that. Just stop. It's too much.
I agree. And so let me go ahead and get back to it, because my family's already celebrating and I'm late to the party. But so Jackie ushers off, because Toya told Jackie, get Heavenly, because she'll listen to you and she'll leave with you if you leave. So Jackie gets Heavenly into the golf cart, and she's telling Heavenly, just stop it, just stop talking. And then Heavenly's like, Jackie, did you fall? She said, yeah, I fell. Just stop talking. And I'm looking at Jackie like, girl, if you don't cut that shit out.
You okay, Jackie?
Right. For real. And so at the same time, Toya goes up to Contessa. She calls her Heavenly on accident because, they all blame Heavenly for this, obviously. And Contessa said, no, that's the worst insult. Don't you call me Heavenly. And Toya said, listen to me. Both of y'all were wrong. It's the consistency. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You guys always defend the fuck shit that she does. That's what I'm talking about. And it's
Contessa, like, you do not. They always defend Heavenly.
Contessa.
Season after season. This woman had to go to Patreon because of they crying behind her YouTube channel. But they defend her.
It's like, Contessa, nobody's going to defend bullshit. No one's going to defend bullshit. And this is what we talk about. See, you tried to be a snake about this shit and manipulate the other women to have a problem with Heavenly. That's what all that video, that's what in your house, in that theater shit, when you was posting all of Heavenly's YouTube content, what she said about each woman, you were trying to get the other women just as mad as you were at Heavenly for the shit that she says. But what was convenient is, I feel like you should have played the videos you were on, because that would have proved right there that you were full of shit. What are y'all saying? We read this one. She said, I got to fight every night to prove my love. Who, Contessa said that? Did she say that? I don't remember her saying it, but if she said it, it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense.
The way that she dogged that man, regardless of what's going on in the marriage, the way that she dogged him publicly, I bet
feel like she did that. No, I feel like she did that to get back at him for what he did the previous season. Because you remember the previous season from season 8 was, season 7 was her going to school. And remember how he was bad mouthing her to the kids. So when she would come back, the kids would try to guilt her into some shit. That's what so she was getting back at him for that. I feel like they have this unhealthy, toxic way of trying to get each other back by using their kids. It's a manipulation tactic they do. I saw Scott do it season 7, and I'm seeing Contessa do it, but it's not as evident as it was when she got mad at Heavenly. So that's where I kind of felt like, for me, that's the manipulation tactic she was trying to use on the other women, and it didn't work. It just didn't work. Okay. I feel silly now. I need to watch that movie now. But But that was pretty much the episode. The episode ended with Carl saying, "Can I get a cranberry and a Hennessy, please?" That was me. I'm just like I would need a drink too, because everybody done lost their minds here. And mind you, these are women. These are 4 women in this cast that have doctorate degrees and they're studying all kinds of different practices of medicine, acting like this. Just saying.
They're all actually educated.
All of them are educated, yeah, but we're talking about the premise of the show. Yeah, but yeah, they all are. They all are educated.
None of them should
Absolutely.
be acting like this. Is the reason I say that. That's why I'd be like, it's too much. I don't want to see doctors fighting. If it was housewives or something, I might actually accept it a little more. But I don't want to see doctors, especially black doctors, fighting. I just don't.
I don't either. I don't even want them to be arguing to this extreme. I feel like Contessa's not letting this go, and she needs to. Either you're gonna be cool with Heavenly or you're not. Because why did you go to Heavenly's birthday party? That happened way well after filming. If you
Because
really,
we're going to talk about you too eventually, Contessa.
yeah, because Heavenly already let out the bag. Heavenly's birthday was in mid-November. Contessa came to the birthday party. She said she invited Contessa, didn't think she would come, but she ended up coming. So that lets me know right there that you really ain't got no problem with Heavenly. That right there.
They were fine until the cameras picked up onto Contessa specifically. Because Heavenly is Heavenly, which sees what you get. So Contessa definitely needs to figure that out. I'm sorry, sis. It looked like you being a wishy-washy Gemini. I'm a Gemini. Sometimes we could do that, but she's really doing it, and she needs to like relax.
She does. She needs to relax. Like that jump saying June Geminis be something else. I promise you they do. This is exactly what I be talking about because this is exactly how they act.
Kanye West, Donald Trump, or just the name of
you have to look at it and go, that's just the Gemini in them because there ain't no other explanation. Because that is crazy how you could just switch like that out of nothing. Yeah, but that was Married to Medicine, y'all. That was a real crazy episode. That was a lot to dissect. I feel like next Sunday's episode is gonna piss me off because that's when we see the men and Dr. Greg talking about this shit. I feel like that is going to. What you say about Gemini? We got a Gemini over here, homie. I'm no disrespect, but
I'm a Gemini.
Well, I'm just saying what it is. If you are you a May Gemini or are you a June Gemini? Because sometimes the June Geminis do a lot. I'm an April Taurus. I know I'm stubborn. I know I want my way 100% of the time. Does it always happen? No. But that's the epitome of my April sign. My mama's birthday 3 days after mine. She a Taurus too. We both bullheaded and stubborn. We could be the best of friends or the worst of enemies. May Gemini, no, you good. You good. May Gemini, because Mrs. Best is a May Gemini. We get along so well. We do. May Geminis are, I swear, the opposite of, like, y'all are polar opposites. Like, y'all split personality. I know that I have to throw that on you guys, but I feel like May, because y'all on the cusp of Taurus. So I feel like y'all have that cool, calm, collective, like you understand life and the abilities, and then you understand a different part of it. I feel like the June Geminis have the opposite. They don't understand it, and then they have very unhealthy relationships. They do.
Mm-hmm. Especially the men.
Yeah, especially the men. Oh, girl. But that was it, y'all. I got yes. Oh yes, I love May Geminis. I do. They're some of the most when they love to party. They love to have fun. They are the best. I tell you,
they don't party. James knows.
I know. Yes, that's why they're so cool. They're as cool as cucumbers. But something about them June Geminis, I just cannot get with. Oh gosh, like I just can't. And Contessa is one of them. Like y'all, this is what I be talking about. So. But that was the episode. I gotta go, you guys. I gotta go. But thank you guys so much for being here. Real Housewives of Potomac, I will do tomorrow morning. It's not gonna be a long video. It's not going to be because I'm telling you, the episode was just so boring. Like I just couldn't do it. I knew there was a reason. I like your channel. Listen, oh, thank you. We appreciate you. We love when you comment. We love when you're here with us. We do. We love it. We love it. We love it. But I'm gonna let you guys go. Enjoy your Christmas holidays with your festivities and family. Mrs. Best will not be with me on the recap tomorrow. I'm so sorry, you guys, but she a busy woman. She got a whole lot. I'm surprised she makes time for little old me. I'm so sorry.
So I'm moving right now. I'll be back in order soon.
Yeah, she'll be back with me soon, you guys. So we gonna always mention her. I'm probably gonna, out of habit, ask her opinion, even though she ain't there.
I'll be there. I just won't be live. I'll be at the desk with you on the laptop.
Yeah, she'll be commenting. You'll see her in the comment. So I might ask her a question, ask her to comment.
Charting and commenting.
Yep. All right, well, thank you guys. I'll see you guys very soon. Thank you guys so much for being here once again. Like, comment, and subscribe to both channels. Her information is in my description box. Please subscribe to Mrs. Best too. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.